serve as the fire chief for the Bartlett Fire Protection District. I welcome you here all this morning, and I thank you for helping us communicate our messages and our concerns regarding the Independence Day holiday. I am joined today by many of my colleagues in health and emergency services in the state of Illinois. And as we near our celebration, our annual celebration of National Independence Day, we stand together this morning to caution, educate, request assistance from our communities and our public on their holiday celebrations, and specifically fireworks displays. Fireworks celebrations on the 4th of July are one of the great ways that we have to celebrate our heritage and our country. However, there are over 11,000 injuries that require emergency room visits each year due to fireworks. The vast majority of these injuries were treated during a 1-month period around the 4th of July. And sadly, we can also expect there to be 8 to 10 fireworks-related deaths this year from seemingly innocent, simple, flashy fireworks. Every year, we experience over 17,000 fireworks-related reported fires, including 1,200 structure fires, 400 vehicle fires, and over 16,000 other types of fires outside. On Independence Day, fireworks typically account for 40% of all reported fires. And there are more reported fires on July 4th than any other day of the year. And although we communicate these statistics each year, we continue to experience the fires, the injuries, and sadly the deaths. It doesn't seem to impact our residents. And one fact that many people might not consider is when it comes to house, and townhome, and condominium, and other residential fires due to fireworks, it's often caused by someone other than the homeowner. Our message is simple, and it's very similar to previous years. We urge you to leave the fireworks to the professionals. We ask you to do that again this year. The Bartlett Fire Protection District and the Bartlett Police Department expect our residents to follow the law and not use fireworks. Please do not be a statistic this year. Remember all too often also that it's our children that suffer from injuries, not necessarily the adults. Let's set the proper example this year and begin to make a change in how we celebrate our Independence Day holiday. I want to introduce Margaret Vaughn. She's responsible for government affairs in the Illinois Fire Safety Alliance. She's a strong lobbyist for the Illinois Fire Service and is a tremendous asset to the Illinois Fire Service. I'll introduce Margaret Vaughn.
Margaret Vaughn, I'm the Government Affairs Director for the Illinois Fire Safety Alliance as well as the Illinois Firefighters Association. Bear in mind that the majority of fireworks we're talking about today were inflicted by illegal fireworks. We've fought long and hard in Illinois to keep fireworks illegal. There's Class B, 1.3 fireworks, and Class C, 1.4 fireworks. They're classified as explosives by the federal government, and possession and use of these types of fireworks in Illinois is punishable by a fine up to $2,500 and up to a year in prison. In this heightened state of homeland security, we also have to remember that they have to stay illegal, and we can't make their access easier to terrorists. The attacks on Times Square and the Boston Marathon bombing, those fireworks were purchased at Consumer Fireworks retailers in states where they are legalized. So we don't need to make it any easier for those folks to get a hold of them. With all the hundreds of free shows, professional shows across the state, please put your families, neighbors, combat vets, and pets safety first and attend those and keep the fireworks so professionals. Next we have Dr. Vargas. She's with the Anita Medical Group, family medicine, and she practices right here in Buffalo.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Dr. Mary Cruz Barnades. I practice right here in Bartlett in our little town. And it is very important for me to come in and hopefully try to emphasize how important it is for child safety. Fireworks are wonderful to look at, but they can be very dangerous. And it's not just a one-time danger. Unfortunately, it can be something that can be with you for your entire life. We have seen lives ruined by some fireworks because you do encounter disfigurements that go with you for the rest of your life. Most of our teenage group, is the ones that are most susceptible to this because they do enjoy fireworks and enjoy using them. However, they put themselves at great risk for that. The next group to follow would be our younger kids, 5 to 9-year-olds. And unfortunately, it's also not just fireworks, but their bodies themselves don't allow them to have the distance in order to protect themselves from these explosives. So I urge you to please let the professionals do their job, let's enjoy it. And when you are at the professional show, take into consideration your little ones, our infants especially. Protect their ears, make sure they're having some kind of protection there. We don't want to have them have any kind of hearing loss. And unfortunately, the months after these displays is when we do see an increase in problems with hearing loss in our younger population. Thank you.
Many folks think also that they're being very patriotic by shooting off fireworks. A lot of people accuse us of trying to take away their right to be patriotic. Well, I think the message for those people is sometimes they don't understand the unintended consequences of their actions, and the terrifying impact and trauma that their fun affects folks out there. And Dr. Patrick McGrath, is the medical director for the Center of Anxiety and Obsessive Compulsive Disorders, is here to talk about their impact on combat effects. Thank you.
Good morning, I'm Dr. Patrick McGrath, MCGRATH, and I'm here today to talk about veterans. And while we often think how wonderfully patriotic they are for all the service that they have given us, we don't realize that when we use fireworks that are surprises, that we've blown off in our backyards, that we think is a fun show, that we're actually triggering the post-traumatic stress disorder reactions that veterans have. One of the things that is a hallmark of post-traumatic stress disorder is an exaggerated startle response. Any kind of loud noise could trigger that. So for a veteran who's sitting in their home and a neighbor blows off a firework, that could lead that veteran to jumping on the ground, could lead them even to take a position where it looks like they're holding a rifle or something, because they are triggered, and right back that triggers those memories of being shot at or potentially being in a fire situation where they themselves want to put themselves back into some kind of a protective stance to make sure that they are safe and they are keeping the loved ones around them safe as well too. I once treated a veteran who despised the 4th of July fireworks so much that he, on the morning of the 4th of July, would drive down to central Illinois, find an abandoned farm road, and he would bring a sleeping bag, and he would sleep in his car overnight because he knew that there would be no fireworks that would be going off while he was down there. So one thing that's being put out these days is these new signs, and there's an organization that's working on that. It's militarywithptsd.org, and the signs are all about just letting people know that there is a person that lives in this home who is a combat veteran, who may have post-traumatic stress disorder types of issues or exaggerated startle types of responses, and please be courteous to that person. We're not saying that you can't have fun. We are saying there are lots of professional shows that you would be able to watch and please utilize. And if you're still intent on potentially blowing off some fireworks, even though it is illegal and we ask you not to, please at least let the veteran know the time that you are going to be doing that so that they are not surprised by it, because it would be easier for them to deal with it if it was something that they planned on instead of if it was something that was just a surprise. Thank you.
In addition to nuts, fireworks also have a impact on pets. So, from the Illinois State Veterinary Medicine Association, we have Dr. Valerie Eisenbart, and she is Chief of Staff for the Banfield Pet Hospital.
Hi, I'm Valerie Eisenbart, and I'm a veterinarian at Banfield Pet Hospital. I'm here to discuss ways to help keep pets comfortable and safe this holiday weekend. July 4th can be a stressful holiday for pets, and fireworks carry significant safety risks for them. Most importantly, keep pets away from matches, open fires, and fireworks, especially if lit or on the ground. Fireworks contain toxic ingredients, so be mindful of where they're stored. Pets may try to sniff or eat fireworks. Pet hair can easily catch fire if it gets too close to the fireworks, and severe trauma like burns and hearing loss can occur if pets are too close when fireworks explode. July 4th is a common day for pets to go missing as well. Keep pets inside, as they might be alarmed by the sounds of fireworks. You may want want to close the curtains and turn on the television or radio to help provide some distraction. A quiet place, such as a crate or carrier, may provide your pet with a sense of security and comfort. In addition to wearing identification tags, we strongly recommend microchipping your pet to increase the likelihood of a reunion in the event of an escape. Some pets may benefit from medications or other behavioral modifications to help them through the fireworks season. If you know your pet is seriously distressed by loud noises like thunder and fireworks, consult with your veterinarian before July 4th to determine the best ways to help alleviate their fear and anxiety. Thank you.
Finally, we have retired Chief Mike Fagola. He was past president of the Illinois Fire Safety Alliance, and I worked with him for many years down in Springfield, ensuring that fireworks stayed a legal.
Good morning. My name is Mike Fagola. That's F as in Frank, I-G-O-L-A-H. As Margaret said, I'm the past president of the Illinois Fire Safety Alliance. The Illinois Fire Safety Alliance is a fire and a burn prevention organization, non-for-profit, that in addition to preventing fires and burn injuries, hosts an annual camp for young burn survivors, which just took place last week. This year there were approximately 70 children that attended the burn camp. The mission of the Illinois Fire Safety Alliance is to prevent fires and burn injuries, so someday we won't have to have a burn camp. However, many of the causes of burns are difficult to reduce or prevent. Burns caused by fireworks, however, are easy to eliminate. Just leave the fireworks to the professionals. Fireworks during the 4th of July are as American as apple pie, but did you know that more than, as the chief referred to, twice the number of fires are reported on the 4th of July than any other day of the year? 2 out of 5 of these fires are caused by fireworks. According to the National Fire Protection Association, approximately 15,600 reported fires were started by fireworks in 2013, the last year of statistics. And that resulted in over $36 million in direct property damage. And over 11,000 injuries are treated in the emergency rooms, and typically we can average anywhere from 7 to 10 deaths by fireworks.